start the show then, G? People been waiting on you all day. I'm just gonna wait till everybody come in. Why you gotta wait? Let you start the show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, come one and come all. Yeah. Yo, G. I see y'all coming in. We got Dr. DeCarlo. We got Pretty Gangster. Deacon's daughter. Oh, they hitting it now. Lucky Bill. Your moderator. Christio. Todd. Oh, they flooding in. I see them now. On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Yeah. On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Remember? On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Come and be a member, y'all. Remember? On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Come and be a member, y'all. Remember? On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. He be talking that real shit. Yo, what's the cool stuff? What's going on? What's up with it, friend? Alright, this paperwork party, man. I'll see you on my Instagram today. Paperwork going on you. Paperwork going on you. Gene Gill Show, paperwork for producer. Sliding like Medusa to get it looser and looser. Exclusive pollution, they on my Instagram. They make paperwork and these good paperwork. So get your membership, subscribe and hit the like button. That's nothing on YouTube. We ain't going to shit for that. Cash App, PayPal, or hit the test for that. Tune in, we about to be good. Come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Come and be a member, y'all. Remember? On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Come and be a member, y'all. Remember? On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Come and be a member, y'all. On the Gene Gill Show. On the Gene Gill Show. Paperwork a producer. Paperwork a producer. We sliding like Medusa. Paperwork a producer. Paperwork a producer. That's on that Gene Gill Show. Paperwork a producer. My boy Gene Gill, man. Paperwork a producer. We sliding like Medusa. Paperwork a producer. Paperwork a producer. Paperwork a producer. That's on that Gene Gill Show. Like out. Hey. I want to get a lot of things before I go into this program. It's some things that I want to bring to y'all attention. It's the things that I want to talk to y'all about before I get sidetracked, because y'all know I can get sidetracked about a lot of shit, because I tell y'all all the time, this is just me bringing light to y'all with my life and situations I go through. This is not scripted or anything that I sit back and think about that I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it and everything. This just me getting ready to do my show now on TV. If you hear things around, my little niece is having her baby shower, and we got mad cars out here, and I just felt a need to come here and just talk to y'all right now, because I'm not going to be around a lot of people, because all kinds of shit still is going out here. So I just be on the side. I go get my plate and go get a room or go somewhere and chill, until all these motherfuckers leave up out of here. Anyway, it's two things I want to talk to y'all about, man.
that I wanted to bring to y'all attention, and one is that you got to go check out that Unbreakable podcast. Those guys get into who I am as a person, as far as communicating, what I believe, what I think. They just didn't want the Diddy, and um, they just don't want the Diddy shit, stuff that I've been through with him while I was with him during that time. They get to know me and who I was, my career. They ask about my career as a parole officer, people and how I dealt with people, all the shit like that. So it's called the Unbreakable Podcast. Y'all go check that shit out, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's something that y'all wanna see. If you want to get to know who Gene Deal is and who Gene Deal is about, what the Gene Deal is about, you know, you have more intel if you don't just come to my show. Because the people who just come here, know that. So tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Go check out the Unbreakable podcast, and we get into. I do a whole chapter in the book on there, a different chapter. I do a whole chapter. And I talk about my book. So go check that out. Another thing, uh, paperwork, gave me a call. We trying to get this shit together, man. But, he got his life, I got my life, and we had some technical difficulty with I guess the devices that I use, so we ain't able to do that show. I love working with him, because uh, he got the technical part down pat. You know what I'm saying? And then the information we bounce back to y'all, it be some good shit. You know what I mean? So I think so. Yeah. And yo, listen, here, man. I broke these books down, and like I said, I supposed to be selling the whole thing to a group out there in London, but I found out, and I didn't know this. When you sell your book, it's a life deal. It's not like a 10, 15, 20 years. It's a life deal. And I don't think I want to give anybody my book for life. So I might just, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the third book out, and then I got a secret that I'm going to do with all three books. And it's going to be fire. It's going to be real fire. So listen, I want to thank everybody for supporting me on that end. Now, Um, another thing, I want to let y'all know what's happening in the world. They trying to reset this world, especially in the United States. It's no way that the Democrats and the Republicans out here fighting and effing the people up, and they really just doing the, we're going to be affected, but they doing it themselves so they can reset this whole shit and um f up the country. Because I knew, as I told you, I voted for Trump for to f up the country. I voted for Trump so he could f up the country. Because it's never been right. It's never been right by us anyway. See, they need to suffer like we've suffered all over all these years. You understand? See, we know how to get by. We got mothers that could, I don't know about these new jack mothers, but they know how to make a pot of beans, make some rice, make some cornbread, stretch pork chop, stretch a steak, make stew, make chicken soup, or make a chicken and fry it, fricassee it, boil it, you know what I'm saying? Stew it, you know what I'm saying? We know how to do that because we've been suffering through this whole thing for years. Who's spewing hate? This motherfucker said something. Who's spewing hate? Yo, there's no such thing as white privilege. You're spewing hate. Yo, get that clown off my show. Right. Yo, honey butter, anybody talking crap, get them out of here. They ain't never got to come back to the Gene Deal show. You know, if you could ban their ass for life, ban their ass for life. You know, I don't care. Especially those ones who talking that bullshit. You know, so I don't screw hate. I'm right here, and half my fucking family is white. My little niece just having a baby by a white guy. It's half. It's about 30 white people in my brother's house right now, and about 10, 15 black people. So I don't screw hate, bro. Fuck up out of here. My little niece is half. My little niece is half white, half black. She just finna marry. She finna marry a white guy. My daughter finna marry a white guy. Get the fuck up out of here. I don't screw hate. But anyway, what I'm trying to say to y'all, we know how, and we know how to get through hard times as a people. As a people. And you can't tell me no group of people who wanted to and would wanted to change places of how America has treated us as a people. There's no group or race of people want to change places with us on how America has treated us as a people. And that's enough said. That's enough said. Y'all seen the title. You know, y'all know that um I've always talked and said to y'all, I'm 10 times the normal man. So it don't matter what community, what group of people, whether they uh wolves in the fucking street, whether they're the LGBT community, whether they're gangsters or whatever, when motherfuckers come at me, I'm gonna always man the fuck up. I know that's what I do best is man the fuck up. You understand? But it seems like sometimes we always got to explain ourselves when this group of people, the LGBT community, come at us and come at individuals, you know, do it though if they're hating on comedians, whether they hating on certain activists or whatever like that, based on what they thoughts and where their beliefs are. So um I'm gonna go right back at them because it's not them as a whole. It's one or two or a few individuals who claim that set. Now, before last night, I did not know, and because I'm not tech savvy, I know you're crazy, how to block somebody email. I was told and taught last night how to block somebody emails because uh, this dude wants some attention from me, and he keep on emailing me with the bullshit talking about how bitch ass I am, how gay I am, how nuts such a man I am, when he has to every day look in the mirror and fight who he is. Now, I was going to go at him, but he's not worth my time. But I want to show you how sick people are out here. These people are sick. So he called himself writing me another email talking about how gay my mom and my daddy is, and I'm scared to talk to him and everything like this. And I'm scared to what you call it like this, man. Listen here. I told him we can meet up anytime. You and bring a couple of your friends. I'll come out of retirement. I'll come out of retirement. On that particular day, my fucking hands will be bisexual. Did I say something wrong? But on that particular day, my hands will be bisexual because I will beat the shit out of him. and whoever he bring with him or whatever like that, I will come out of retirement because these people are sick out here, man. They are really, really sick. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna go at this kid, and instead of going at him, I'm gonna help him. I'm going to help him, and I'm gonna need you guys to help me help him. New York Rider, thanks for the super sticker. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get better at all this stuff. My cousin Alex is about to teach me all the stuff I need to know. Now, this dude, we know the real street life guys had him on the platform, and he talked about how I think he was in love with Diddy, or Diddy did some love things to him, and um, he said Diddy made him gay. I think there was some stuff like that said on there. I'm not really sure, but y'all could go back and check it out yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I know he was saying that Diddy left a taste in his mouth. A taste in his mouth in which that he today, right now, is still tasting it. That's really weird. So he still got a certain taste in his mouth. So I don't know if I'm a GoFundMe, set up a GoFundMe for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's experienced some chronic halitosis that need to be dealt with, that he could get that taste out of his mouth. I'm not being funny, y'all, at all. I'm not trying to be funny. But for a man to be suffering, or is he a man, or is it he, she, or whatever he call himself, or whatever he identify, because today motherfuckers could identify with any and everything. So whatever he identifies with, um, the first thing that I'm willing to do is set up some kind of GoFundMe so we could tackle getting that taste out of his mouth, because he could never start beginning to get well if he always think he got Diddy in his mouth. Now, this is nothing that I'm making up. This is something that he said himself. So it's a psychological problem that's going in his head. So the first thing I think that we should do as a community to help him is to help him get the taste out of his mouth, the Diddy taste. Hey, Deacon's daughter, what up with you, mama? And I'm willing to pay towards that GoFundMe. Glenn finally caught my live. Yeah, I'm in my new car that I bought. I was tired of the truck. I still got the truck, but I wanted to get back to the sedan because I gave my brother my Benz on his 50th birthday. I gave him my Benz, so I went to back and give me another sedan. So it's an old school joint, but I like it. So now this dude keep on assisting that and saying dumb shit, and yo, and I ain't gonna lie, man. And I sent it to and I'm gonna read what he said. He said, CJ mom, grandma, uncles, cousin, told him his dad was gay. That's how he knew he was bisexual. You know more than them. Ask CJ yourself instead of lying. This is what this motherfucker said himself. CJ mom is Faith. Big never had no uncles. And I know damn well that Miss Wallace, Miss Jamaican born Wallace, who they don't like them potsy boys and those, what they call them? What the Jamaican people be calling those fruit cakes? Well, man, get out of there, Big. We not gonna. I'm not gonna accept that because I knew Big. I was around Big, so I know that. But this dude ain't got no business spewing that kind of bullshit on a man's who's dead name. They call him Chi Chi Man, Bumba Clocks, Pate Boys. Oh, those are the names on 'em? Pate Boy? Yeah. It's Pate Boys? Pate Boy? Them? Pate Boy? Chi Chi Man? Pate Boy? Chi Chi Man? Bruh, Richard Pryor, which had sex with a man, he had gay shit in there. Niggas be saying no dumb. He said some dumb shit. He said some shit to fuck niggas' head up. But because you lyrically say something, or you say something, it has something like that in his lyrics, that don't mean that nigga had a gay encounter. Don't you know if there was a man that Big ever slept with or fuck with, don't you know that man would have came out and wrote a motherfucking book or said something or gave interviews or did something to that nature to let people know that? And Big probably wouldn't have been the only star that the nigga slept with if that was the case. You never heard none shit like that until these dumb motherfucking YouTubers come out of here that want to get some content that'll make up some bullshit about something that they wasn't even around and nowhere near that shit. These niggas always talk about what they heard, not what they saw or what they was around. Because 9 times out of 10, these niggas wasn't around nowhere or nobody. The guy who said he was around Obama and it was what you call, he told them, look at the text messages. Look at the fact that me and him cell phones was in the same place at the same time. The dude had proof with Obama, and the CIA never really investigated. But he gave them proof to go look at this and look at that. That's a whole different story. Soul Star Production, appreciate you. So this is all I'm saying, man. You got these sick motherfuckers that people who have these platforms are allowing them to come on their platform for views. And I ain't got no problem with y'all doing that. I don't have no problem with y'all doing that. But when these guys be telling these lies, challenge them. Challenge what they're saying. How do you know that? How do we know that we could trust what you're saying? Motherfuckers do that shit to me all the time, and I was there. When I talk about shit that I was there for. Shit that happened to me personally. Shit that I did, saw, whatever. If I say something or something happened and I heard it, I said I heard that. But this is how you can check what I heard. It's a lot of shit going in the industry. I could tell you two motherfucking things right now that you may have heard, that I may have heard, you understand, in the industry that you never even heard of. That you never even heard of. It's a young R&B. There's a young R&B guy that got a music executive pregnant and they had a baby. There's a young R&B guy got a music executive pregnant, and he was, what you call that? He wasn't old enough. He was what word I'm looking for? He was teenager. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. He was underage. And she was a grown ass woman. He's a mega star right now. But he was young at the time and got a music executive pregnant who allegedly had his baby. I don't need no, I don't need no moderators who may have had a conversation with me before and I told them to say nothing. I know, Gene, I know. London, yes, it's your business. Because if people are having sex with underage people, male or female, they should be brought up and they should be confronted because they shouldn't be doing that shit. Yeah, it's your goddamn business. Because that means you allow some shit like that to happen around you with underage kids. Let it be known. I'm not angry. That's who I am. That's how I talk. That's how I get down. If you think I'm angry, find somebody else to look at. That's who I am. I'm passionate about what I say and how I do it all the time. Andy, same reason why you blocked. That's who I am. I've always been like that. I'm a passionate dude. You know, I love hard. You understand? Motherfuckers used to always come to my cubicle, come to my office, because me and the parolees are talking to each other like that. And that's why some of those parolees got a lot of motherfucking respect for me because they understood that I was passionate about them getting their life together so they could take care of their families. Thank you, uh, Jahati. Jahati, thank you. That's my energy. That's who I am. Sorry. So it's shit like that that goes on in the industry. It's niggas that sit up there and have effed up people careers because they wouldn't have a sexual relationship with them. One of the top stars in the industry And y'all might not think she could have been that good, but she was on that whole cast with Lil Kim and everything like that. I'm not gonna blow her up like that, but because she didn't want to have sex with a certain rapper or be in the studio alone with a certain rapper, they did everything behind the scenes to stop her from being a megastar that she could have been. She could sing, she could dance, she could act. She had all of it. Shout out to Maya. But a certain rapper didn't want her, wanted to be in the studio with her alone, and she wouldn't do it. And then he ended up charging the shit out of her budget for doing a song. Y'all niggas get mad at me because I was there, used to hear it and talk about it. I can get involved in a lot of shit out here. I can talk about a lot of shit that goes on out here that y'all sit up here and talk about. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't know the seams. I don't get into everything like some of these motherfucking podcasters, these investigators, these whatever you want to call them out here. I don't sit up here and talk about shit that I know. That I know. But what I'm gonna say to y'all is this. Yo, this YouTube is a nasty and it's a dangerous game. It's a nasty and it's a dangerous game. And what y'all see and hear right now, and these people are out here to come out here and they could say all kind of crazy and stupid shit, you know what I'm saying, about other people and they didn't know them, or they can make up shit and say shit, man, they got to do something about that. Shit has got to change. Anthony Gardner, what's up with the super stick? Appreciate you. So now, getting back to um, old boy with the Diddy taste in his mouth. Y'all got to understand his psychological state of mind. That's why when you see him on interviews, he doped and drugged out because he understand he could never get his manhood back. That all that shit is out the window. What up, cuz?
What up? You ain't going nowhere, is you?
No. What happened?
All right, nothing. I was just blocking you in. Don't say hi to your big cousin. You know who that is? Who is
that? What up, girl? Hi. Hey, you all right? Yeah. I'm on the live right now. Want to say hi to everybody? Hi. Hey, G, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, lady? All right. Yeah. So this is what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? So now, do want to try to pick a fight or want me to say something and go back and forth with him, or get on a jump on somebody live and go back and forth with him like that because he wants to be in the limelight while he's living in darkness. That's where all the drugs is coming from. That's why he stayed intoxicated, drinking and drugging, because he know he could never, if he had any kind of manhood before he was with Diddy, because I don't believe he just did that on the first time because he was on the studio, but that's his story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to clarify nor the great his story. He said that was his first time. A dude told him to top him off. He jumped over there and knew what that was and did it. That came out of his mouth. It didn't come out of his mouth, but he spoke it and ended up coming in his mouth. So he said that that's what Diddy said out of his mouth when he came in his mouth. So that's his story. But if you think that you're gonna come at Big Gene in a certain way and you wasn't scared and you allowed Diddy to take your manhood, bro, something's really, really wrong with you. You're sick. You're really, really sick. And I understand the sickness. I dealt with the sickness of people. Being in the social work law enforcement field that I seen a lot of sickness. But what we could do is we could actually help you through this time of need. Because you need somebody to let you know that you may be better off placing yourself in some kind of mental institution until you get yourself right, bro. I think you really need to be placing yourself in some kind of mental institution where you don't drug yourself to death. And it ain't the fact that I care or give a damn, because I really don't. Maybe this message will go out to somebody who can use it. Maybe this message could go out to somebody who can find some use for it. Because there's no coming back. And like Terrence Howard said, when they take your man card from you, it's taken for life. Oh, well, you could deal with it. You can live with it. But you ain't got to drag Big and nobody else down with you, bro. And if CJ said that by his dad, which I don't believe that, because Un would have said something to me, because I believe Un and CJ have some kind of relationship. And I'm going to find out at CJ, because I know Big ain't had no uncle. Big. He said his uncle told him. CJ said his uncle told him. No fucking way, man. Hold up. This dude say free 20 others. They say they took my card and I'm still a man. Did they take your card, brother, or you gave your card up? And you still you might be a man physically, but mentally, if two men lay down, how many homos get up? So did you give up your manhood? Because you're not a man if you gave up your manhood. If you slept with another motherfucking man, you ain't no man on this motherfucking earth. You might have the physical physique of a man, the body of a man, but you ain't got the mentality and the mental state of a man. You a B.A.N. And they can strike me because you a bitch ass nigga. Corpy, happy birthday, Corpy. What up with you? Let me do this right here. He said, somebody said that's not true. People change and repent. Brother, you could change and repent and believe in that religion, and if religion tells you that you can go and have sex with a man or sex with an opposite sex and stuff like that, and now you back being a man and stuff like that, you tell me how you got your man card back. If you gave up that card and you gave up that, but how did you get it back? Because you repented? That's Pandora's. You went down in Pandora's box. It's certain shit that you should never ever do in life. It's certain shit that you should never ever do and subject yourself to in life, brother. It's certain shit that you just don't open up and do. Can you ever get that thought of that man being in that situation with that man out your head? Can you? Put it in a bottle and sell it. Put it in the bottle and sell it. Listen, another thing I want to speak to y'all about too, that I found that was real funny. TMZ uh, put out that Diddy, while he was in jail, had a knife put to his throat. Anybody who works law enforcement, anybody who been to prison, know for a fact, ain't no kind of weapon get put to your throat under no consequences. Something happened. You understand? They took something from you. You had to give something up. If somebody went to that point that they put a knife up to your throat, they took something from you or you had to give something up. That wasn't reported in that incident. So either somebody was taking something from him or he was giving something up when that knife got to his throat. And they didn't report that. So that means it never even happened. It was all lies. And for another thing, man, let that man do his time, y'all. Because Trump ain't going to pardon that motherfucker at all. Trump is not going to pardon that motherfucker at all. And you could bet that. If he's still around when Trump is still in the presidency, you understand, Trump going out of office, it may happen then. But not while he's in office. It's not going to happen. If he's going out, he might do the shit. But while he's in there, nah, you can forget about that one. Just want to clarify that for y'all. You can't come in here and ask what this is about when we started off and you know what I'm saying? This was about a whole lot of different things, bro. This was about the dude, you know, constantly trying to harass, use the LGBT community to come after me, you know what I'm saying? And like I give a fuck, I don't. You understand? Him, you know, spewing this hate, talk about what big sexuality was. This is about uh, getting this motherfucker some help to get the Diddy taste out of his mouth. The GoFundMe that we could set up to get him. He had a problem with that chronic halitosis from the Diddy nosis. So we're gonna try to help him. That's what it's about. Kristen Bledsoe. Kristen just says she has plenty of gay friends who are very masculine. We're not talking about people who you trying to say portray the image of a man. There's no way when you are putting yourself in a position and your sexuality is being that as of a woman, like that. Yo, let me just keep it funky right here, man. If a nigga taking dick in his ass, he not masculine. If a nigga is sucking dick, he not masculine. Ain't nothing masculine about that shit. You understand? I'm just saying they might strike it, put it down. I can't say it no other kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Yo gay friends that you have, that you saying that they masculine, if they forming those act, they homosexuals. Homosexuals are not masculine. It's not it's no masculinity in me and saying that, yo, what up, cuz? All right, all right. That's no masculinity in that shit. Not at all. So you saying that and you feeling that, you know what I'm saying, because they got muscles and they talk with a deep voice and shit like that. If two men lay down, two homosexuals get up. Point blank, that other thing. What's a band? A band is a bitch ass nigga. Now I don't know David Lewis. That nigga, he was nobody. If he worked for the street team, did he treat them niggas like shit? So he wasn't even he was not even a factor. You gotta realize, and I'm gonna answer this shit, because I don't run from shit. When Diddy was doing this thing, every time Diddy was doing this thing when I was around him, it was two girls and two men in there. It was Kim and another girl and a guy and Diddy. Diddy, over the years, he started doing other shit with other people and other men like that. But every time I was around Puff, it was always with Kim. And when he was with Kim or he was with J Lo or and everything like that, and he never did that shit with J Lo. And when he did some things outside, J Lo may have been upstairs and he was downstairs, with another dude and a girl or whatever like that. But it never was the shit that y'all say, like the whole party and everybody is crazy naked and doing all that shit. He stepped his game up, I guess you want to say, doing that crazy shit, years after, when he started really getting into the drugs and getting into the alcohol and the drugs and shit like that. He wasn't doing that shit around us like that. Not at all. Now, I was on a tour bus before, and he had two white girls, and they was doing their thing on the tour bus, but I wasn't going back there. So you got. I was just speaking on this dude, Jonathan Hay. I guess that's his name. The dope fiend, drug addict that keep on emailing me about his gay affair and his love affair of Diddy and all this other shit like that. And I guess because he's a part of the LGBTQ community, he think that I'm not going to speak on him and talk shit about him. Nah, I don't give a fuck about that. Justin Reyes, check it out. If I'm crying behind a car, it's because your mama won't get out of there. And if anybody know the motherfucking story, I wish I was behind that car because Big wouldn't have got killed. I was a block in front of that. I was a half a block up in front of in the first car, stupid. So get out of here with that bullshit. This is what I'm talking about. Can't get that shit back. And that's what it is. They want you to live ungodly. These motherfuckers want you to believe that the shit that they do, and like I be looking at my niggas side eyes, and people be telling me, yo, it's a man purse, it's a man bag. No motherfuckers thing so it is, nigga. You gotta have a wallet. Get you a motherfucking wallet. I see these young cats come up in the Chinese food restaurant and the different places like that, and they got a bag, they got a cross bag over just like a woman. Nigga, get the fuck up out of here. I'm looking through some of these comments, man. I've never been in the industry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was a dude when people had problems in the industry. I was help being a problem solver. When niggas wanted Unique said the best thing. When Unique heard that they was trying to kill Big Nam out of California, he called me because he knew I would get the message to everybody. You understand? When Dougie Fresh thought he had a beef with Unique, I set up the meeting so that shit wouldn't go down like Dougie Fresh thought. Dougie Fresh thought that Unique put a hit out on him for 10 racks. Unique didn't do that shit. But that's what the streets was saying. He came to my man, my dude was like, yo, Gene, handle that. I set up the meeting between Dougie Fresh and Unique, and they straightened out that situation. These are stories that people don't tell, but it was true and it happened. But anyway, listen here, y'all. Thank y'all for y'all time, man. And I've been here close to an hour, and I'm gonna try to be doing some things, man, to get this shit on and popping. I'm still in the loop. I'll be here for a while. I'm finna go in and get me a plate, something to eat, and I'll see y'all soon. Oh, hold up. Look here. Samuel Ramsey, thank you, sir, for the cash app to be a member finally. Mr. Ramsey, salute. Peace.